Hello and welcome everyone to Monday's live stream. As you can see, I'm on my own at the minute. Modders is off today. I'm not sure what the two Gary's doing. I'm pretty sure Waitrose is sorting out the North Wing, and Mr. Morris is probably chilling out. John should be here shortly. In the meantime, you're stuck with me. Not used to presenting on my own. It's unusual. So, what I will do is I will go through the chat first. What we got? Dieter says, first for today is panel members do not count themselves, oddly. Darren was first to comment on Sunday, I seem to remember. Tiff, now you all better behave yourselves. I'm not here today because I have a thing to do, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. Cool. Julian, Doe, third comment, morning Hagrid and Tiff. Darren, oi, I was first, I commented on Sunday. True. Sonic, hello, you bunch of Sonic modelers. And Sonic, me, Tiff, behave. Duke, good day, all you beautiful people working tonight. Oh, have fun, dude. Well, don't have fun because that's just creepy when your job is to watch people sleep. Athol, weekly washing done, tick, no mail, tick, grey outside, but then that as usual, I'm in Scotland. Morning, everyone, time for coffee. Hello, Athol. Sonic, is it snowing there, Athol? It is here. Ian, hello from a sunny? No, not really. It's trying to poke through though. Dieter, I never behaved before in my life. Is it difficult? Very. Ian, oh look, a couple of spanners. I mean, modders. Hi. Dieter, hello everyone. Here it is sunny but chilly. Temperatures close to freezing or below. Don't know what temperature is outside. I haven't been outside this morning. Ian says, never noticed the spanners before. Sonic, I'm not a modders, but I have been called a spanner a few times. Don't know why, though. Dieter, spanner has a different meaning here, but that is rather R-rated, so not go in there. And he says, have a nice Monday instead. Sonic, I will let Julian respond to that one. Timmy says, hi, gang. Hope all are well. Hello, Timmy. Sonic says, Timmy. Nigel says, morning, guys. Good morning, Nigel. Julian, dragon plus sheep equals roast lamb. Ooh, no, that sounds nice. I like lamb. And not in the jokey way. Scott says, good day, modelers. Good day, Scott. Julian, morning, Sonic, evening, Duke, morning, Athol, Ian, Nigel, evening, Scott. Julian, oi, I'm not a spanner. Well, okay, I am sometimes. And Julian says, evening, Tim. Cool. So what we normally do is we have the viewers panel on a Monday where people on the panel can come up. If you're new to the channel, please join in, and you don't have to come up on the panel. Just join in with the guys in the chat. If you're someone who's been here for a while and maybe hasn't been confident enough to join in with the chat, no better time than now. They're all friendly and they'll all be welcoming to you anyway. Well, at least they should be. Athol says, no, whoever asked about snow, not mine, just 3 degrees C and cloudy, drizzly. Ooh. So what am I going to be building today, since I'm the only one here right now? Well, I thought I would try something a little bit different today. If you're in the members only chat on Discord, then you may have seen it. It's something I got from Telford. So I'm gonna make that. I don't know if it's the right way around, but there you go. 1/3 scale M16 from Trumpeter. It's a pretty cool kit, I think. Only 13 quid as well. So I'm gonna have a go at doing that. It comes with a. Can someone tell me if this is back to front, by the way? Because I can't tell on mine. It's back to front on mine, but sometimes that's not always right, accurate. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's back to front. Right. Turn it around. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Aha, Marley's here. You don't have to put with me jabbering away anymore. Hello, John.
Hey.
This is what I'm going to be making today.
Oh my God. 1 to 3 scale. Okay.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
It comes with a rifle rack and everything for it.
Nice.
I've got the AR-15 version as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the camera was mirrored. Athol says, hi, John.
Athol?
Dieter says, hello, Mr. Marley.
Dieter.
And he says, oh, it's not a 61M. No. Julian says, evening, John.
Sure is.
Ooh, what are you working on today?
I'm working on the Harrier, so I'm sort of heading towards finishing it up. So I'll swap my camera.
Yeah, please do.
So what I've managed to do is I'll get rid of that test pattern. I've put on all the stores. Well, so we've got some Aiden gun pods there. We've got just a empty sort of center pile on there. Aiden gun pods. These are the external fuel tanks. This one, I'm assuming my story is this one was a Navy one, Royal Navy. So it's an extra dark sea grey instead of a dark sea grey. And instead of the white bit at the bottom has been obliterated by Oxford blue paint as per the instructions. I imagine that the RAF one went US for whatever reason. They swapped it with what was available, a Navy one for the Falklands. These are the RB755 cluster munitions. I've got 2 propellers, fuse impellers to mount on those. I'll be doing that this sesh. I'm just going around putting little detail bits on. So I've got a little antenna there, it's IFF, and UHF, little antenna there, and a couple other bits and bobs. The static pitot probe will go on.
Yeah.
And nav lights and little things like that before I, give it a wash, give it a matte coat. It's sort of just about there. So it's it's just about there, but delightful little thing. Oh, and then obviously the most fun part is taking off the masking for the canopy.
Oh yeah, because then we get to see.
And then I've got a couple of decals going that which is Flisk, the focus linear shaped charge for the canopy removal projection. Yeah. And that's it. So yeah, it's very glossy at the moment, but it's just about there.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've got some more chat already. Crafting Budgie Mama's in. Hello, Tasha. She says, hi, everyone. June says, laugh out loud, Hagrid. Duke says, good day, John. A little parcel arrived today.
Oh, yay.
That's
delighted.
June says, higher crafting Budgie Mama. And she says, hi. Julian, Duke, you had a little package from John. Something tells me to inquire further.
Well, okay. I'll finish the comment and I'll come back to that.
Okay, we can do that. Jim says, hello to all the usual suspects in chat. It's a very cold minus 17 degrees C in the Chicagoland area. Wow. Jim says, hello, Modmin. Modmin's not here today. Modmin's got an appointment. Julian says, not to inquire further. And he says, hi, Jim Striped Skunk. Jim says, hello and good afternoon, evening to our gracious hosts. Hello, Jim. Pleasure to have you with us as always. Athol, morning, Jim, from Freezeland, Chicago. And Jim says, greetings, Athol and Julian. You may continue, John. John? Are you still alive? Can we have a proof of life, please?
Okay, sorry about that. I had to go off headset for a moment.
Ah, that explains it. I thought you died.
Not well. Yeah, could only hope. Okay, so these munitions. There's a picture here. These, as I mentioned, they're the cluster munitions that they dropped in. Well, Hawkins and other places. And as you can see by the colour there, they're a Brunswick green. Okay, another couple of photos. We got and like that. So in the instructions for them, it says to paint them what is that? A green FS 34092.
Mhm.
Something that was green enough. So I changed mine to and bought this XF70. It's a dark green too for the Imperial Japanese Navy, and it seems to be a closer color match to that thing. So that's what I've done there. So I only needed 2 of these bombs. They come in packs of 4, so the 2 I didn't need, I put an envelope and sent it to our friend Duke, and like that. So he'll have a couple of cluster
Nice.
bombs. Should
That's
we
very kind of
choose
you.
them? Yeah.
It's 2 seconds. I just need to turn my speakers up a little bit. Speak, John.
Hello, hello. Rhubarb.
There you go. I can hear you better now.
Yay.
Modmin says, Modmin isn't available right now. Please leave a message. Just waiting for a bus. George says, hello, John in chat.
Hello.
Well, hello to you too, George. And he says, ooh, cluster bombs. George says, good day, Duke, crafting budgie mama. Ooh. And George says, my Harrier has them as well.
Oh, nice.
Julian, Tiff, the machine says, please speak when you hear the green light. Lol. Dieter says, Julian, as when it is going red light, you better duck. Duke says, it's very much appreciated, John.
No worries.
Julian says, hi, George. Note to self, he said, bombs, there was an M, not an O. What? Oh, gotcha. George says, hi, Mikey.
Oh.
Hello, George. Duke says, good day, Frozen Jim. I will put the link in the chat. If you want to come up on the panel, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Just remember the usual rules that only use the names that are on the screen because we want to protect people and make sure everyone gets a chance to speak. And that's it. Tiff says, don't forget it's the viewers panel, Mikey. I know. We're only 14 minutes in. We haven't normally finished the chat by now. Bloody hell. Getting impatient, you lot. George says, my Harrier will also have boob bombs. Sonic says, bazookas. Dieter, Vanilla Ice Jimmy. There's the StreamYard link. George, thanks for the suggestion, Julian. And he says, laugh out loud, George. You could do what they used to do. Tiff says, it's all falling apart because I'm not there. It's not falling apart.
I've just never
We're
got
just
off the
being
ground.
impatient. Like I said, we're normally not through the chat until nearly half an hour in. Dieter says, oops, almost missed hitting the like button. Naughty Dieter. This is really cool kit. Yes. George says, do the graffiti on the side of the bombs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they used to in Second World War. Do pin-up girl on the side of the bomb or something.
Yeah, there's a photo of me signing a bomb. I didn't put my name on it though. I didn't want to. I put my brother's name on it instead.
Should we put some music on?
Sure.
What
I
should we
could
have?
sing if you like.
No! Don't do that. Let's have 6 seasons. Ooh, that's going to be too loud. Riders Valkyrie by Bab.
Deal.
Athol says, number 4 like button struck. Thank you. George says, the one I'm building did bombing during the Gulf War. Nice. Well, not nice, obviously, but cool. Julian says, lurking peeps, don't be shy. Remember the old sign. If you like us, tell others. If not, tell us. Come on in, the water's fine. Dieter, well, they chalked messages on bombs. I've got to stop saying that word.
Boobs.
What can I call them? Boom turds.
Norks.
So why not on your boobs? Bombs, John. Yeah. Clearly. I ordered some more glue last night. Yay!
Oh, okay.
And I managed to find transparent primer.
Transparent primer.
Yes. Because I've got that ghost dragon to do, haven't I? And it's transparent plastic. And what I want to do is paint it in transparent colours so that I can, because it's hollow inside, so I can put lights inside it and it'll shine out through the colours. Hello, Sonic.
No.
Hello.
Tish says, gotta go. See ya. Later.
Bye.
Sonic says, lovely jubblies. Jim, yes indeed, Hagrid. My morning walk's quite brisk. Nothing like bitter cold air to put some steam in your stride. Sonic says, he who dares wins, modders. Julian says, Sonic. Julian says, Sonic, we don't want to know about your jubblies tar very much. George says, couldn't use lack of varnish. Duke says, Mikey, if we did that kit in Australia, we would have to put a red plug in the pointy end to denote it's a toy, just in case people think it's a real one. The gun laws here are very strict. Yeah, absolutely. They are in the UK, but they're not that strict.
Oh, I found the photo of me signing the bomb. That's
with your porn star tag.
Yeah, isn't that's the most horrible part of it. But yeah, there we go.
Wait, is that you, John?
Yeah, that's John.
Jesus, why do you look like an adult movie star?
Well,
Timmy is in.
Ahoy!
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
I think the term you're looking for, Sonic, is a master coxman.
Oh, I thought you were going to say cockspank. My friend.
Timmy, have you had your hair cut?
I did. I hacked it all off. I got sick of being a long hair uni student, so. I mean, it's still long compared to the old high and tight, but, you know.
Well, yeah.
I'm just waiting for John to offer you money to get the rest of it done.
Alright, let's go to the bench.
Go to the bench.
I'll be right back.
Dieter says, same here, Duke. I have a few BB guns and they are registered, or what? Or it was the red plug here too. BB guns you don't have to register in the UK.
BB guns are illegal in Australia.
Seriously?
Yeah. We have quite strict gun laws here. You can't have anything that looks like a gun.
Wow.
Well, unless it's really bright like a water pistol, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane.
No, that's all right.
Oh,
Let's go.
look who's joined us at long last. It's
Yeah.
Mr. Morris.
Hello.
Hey!
Hello, chaps. How the devil are you?
Marion finally woke you up, has she?
Marion's at the orthopaedic hospital at Oswestry with Jake today.
Ah.
So I was busy doing something down Dame Stars, and now I'm not. So here I am.
There
Good
you go.
afternoon, one and all.
Sprue's waving. Hello, Sprue.
Way back to Sprue.
How do you set this so that it doesn't jump up? Hang on, because this is annoying. Resets. Trying to have a look to see if I can figure out
Oops.
how to stop this from jumping up
Something is jumping up.
every time. No, whenever I put a comment up, it shrinks everyone. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it does look small today. That's what she said. Oh, look at that. Look like a chocolate digestive to me.
Move it. Oh, no, I don't like that one. Into
I'm still modelling in the dark.
Don't know what's going on there.
Has to be the cheap chocolate digestives. I can't afford to be splashing out the extra money for hobnobs, unfortunately.
Sprue's waving. Hello, Sprue. Jim
That's
says,
better.
Tim, Master Coxon or Master Cox's son? Athol says, Mikey, have you seen the advert for a Chinese Glock 9mm 16-shot pistol that fires rubber bullets and is UK legal according to the sellers? I don't think so. Not £35 each. Yeah, it wouldn't be legal. If it contains a charge, it'd have to be because even an air rifle is classed as a firearm.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be very illegal.
Yes.
Especially if I shot it.
Athol's, in fact, even Parva spray, the or incapacitance spray, as the police use now, even that's classed as a firearm.
Really?
Athol says it's Benji's dad, all wrapped up cozy.
Benji's
Peter.
been unbelievably quiet this morning. I don't know what's the matter with him.
Yeah. Peter says if it is a simple pullback thing, you have the red plug. If it has gas if it is with a gas canister and or genuine blowback function, you register. My Desert Eagle, the big one, used by Smith and Matrix. Nice. You can legally own anything below 12 foot-pounds in the UK without registering it. Anything over it has to be registered as a firearm. Rifle.
Your basic spring-loaded ones are fine.
No, as long as it has to be below 12 foot-pounds.
I'll enable the little plastic ones in, it sounds it.
Oh no, the little plastic ones are fine. But what you do have to have is if it's a realistic looking weapon replica, then you have to have the bright coloured nozzle or handles on it. Things so like airsoft, you have to have different bits to make it blatantly obvious that it's not a real gun. And you can't take them out in public unless you're transported to the airsoft area.
See,
Dieter says,
airsoft's not a thing.
what was that, Tim?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just saying, yeah, here airsoft isn't a thing.
Yeah, it's quite popular over here.
Yeah, it's nah.
Yeah.
Like the closest we have is gel blasters, and even then they're illegal. I think everywhere except Queensland. Just shooting
Must
like the
be, I've
little
not even heard of them.
little squishy water gel pellet things, but they
That's
look like
insane.
real guns.
Yeah.
You know.
We have airsoft and paintballing. Airsoft is quite fun. Dieter said before the latter category. Scott says paintball has just come legal to do here in my state. Cool. Dieter, hey John, you could actually go and experience what it's like to actually do some wall work.
What?
You could
paintball?
actually, yeah, you could actually go and sort of get an impression of what it was like to actually fight.
God.
Dieter says, "Oh, I feel a cosplay coming up now as a kilted Agent Smith, or kilted James Bond." Phil says, "Good day, everyone." Hello, Phil. Just says, with regards to replica firearms, I think it's probably a question of how easily it can be converted to a real weapon. Yeah, if it, you're also not allowed, like I say, you're not allowed to carry them on the street. You're only allowed to transport them either to a police station or an licensed airsoft place, or a range. And if it looks real, and you have to have the colours on it and stuff. Dieter, I shared a few pictures of my new pen. It has a gun-like bullet appearance. What would they say about that? It's fine. As long as it doesn't actually have any propellants or anything in it, it'll be fine. Duke says, John, have you noticed in the instructions where there's a bit of P under the tail, it says that none of the planes have them?
Yes. I have, which is why I haven't put PE under the tail.
Mm.
I think, I've just generally gone in line with the instructions. A tip for you when you come up to doing the undercarriage, Duke, because what I did to get all the wheels to sit nice on the ground is fit the nose wheel and the outriggers, which all go in no problems at all. Wait for that to dry. In fact, with just those three, it'll sit lovely. Just sit there. You don't need any nose weight or anything at all. And then later on, I did find out these doors are closed. They only open during transit, or they can be manually open to change a component in there, like a valve or whatever, but generally they're closed. Back to it. What was I saying? Yes, so once they're all dried, the outriggers and the nose, I mounted that. Well, there's two locating spigots that sort of fit forward like that into a hole that isn't there. It's only a single hole in between the two, so it doesn't fit anyway. Cut those forward-facing spigots off, and then I've used just two-part araldite, glued that in, and then stick it on the ground and let gravity sort of drop the wheel onto to contact the mat or flat surface or whatever. So when you come back the next day, that'll be touching the ground perfectly in line with the other wheels. That's my tip for the day.
There we go. So, Gary, what are you working on?
I'm just playing around with this little figure.
Okay.
3D printed figure. Just having a see if I can get it to focus for you. There we go. Female orc figure. I'm just messing around, really. Not just for practice, just for
fun.
Just for getting the old making sure the hand still works all right.
Yeah. Good. Right. Julie says 17 watching, less than 17 chatting. Do please join us, folks. We won't bite. Oop. Duke says thanks, John. Dieter, that was a whole explanation about holes. That is really wholesome, John. Athol, hey Ginger Puddy Tat. Dieter says, ooh, Red Kitty with Sonic. And Julian says, afternoon chair farty pants.
Good afternoon. Yes, it reminds me. I've got to order my new chair. Still haven't done it.
Ooh. Did you hear about the fun we had on Friday night?
No, what have you been doing?
We went to Club Sonic.
Yeah.
Me,
You had
Tiff,
you
and
had
Darren.
a virtual rave.
Yeah, it was really
Kinda.
good.
Good for you.
See, initially when you said you went to Club Sonic, I thought you went to bash the crap out of him.
Oh, funny. Oh, funny.
Yeah, it was good because we were coming up with ideas of what everyone was doing in the club, and it ended up quite funny. So, John, we decided that you and Paul were doing the robot in perfect sync, stood next to each other. We
What
decided
makes you
that
think we coordinated?
we decided that Dieter was doing the Macarena in the corner on his own,
Yeah.
just doing the Macarena quietly to himself. We decided that Tim was in his sailor's uniform doing the YMCA with his mates.
Oh, totally.
God, I dread what's happening when it comes to me.
Gary,
I
we
know.
decided that you were stood in the dance floor, cuddling Benji and dancing with him as if you were dancing with a baby, whilst mouthing the words to him.
All right. Okay.
See, I was just like picturing Gary, chair 40 pants, how he'd be dancing, and the only way I could describe it was just imagine a minion on ecstasy.
We decided that Waitrose was stood on the dance floor doing Big Fish, Little Fish cardboard box over and over again.
Yeah.
And Mikey was just dad dancing.
Yeah, I was just laughing at everyone. Oh, that's cool. Just clips together, pretty much. We have more chat. Steve's in. He says, Julian, I'm here but coding, so little chat, but I'll still listening and enjoying. Excellent, buddy. Dieter, Sonic. It's you are Sonic. Does that make you your cat Knuckles? If you're Sonic, does that make your cat Knuckles?
Technically,
It would, wouldn't it?
No,
It would be Tails. Tails was Ginger.
Tails. Yeah, it could be.
Julian says, laughing my ass off at Gary's reminder. And he says, fair enough, Steve. Jim says, hello, Gary. Good to see you today, Mr. Morris.
Hello, Jim. How are you, sir? Well, I hope.
And Jim says, Steve, glad you're here, mate.
Jimbo.
And Steve says, hi, Jim. Hope you're well.
Hey, Steve.
So, did you all have a good weekend?
I was very tired yesterday, so I didn't do a great deal.
You?
Yes, very tired. Even Marion said, you look tired. So, didn't do much at all yesterday. My youngest granddaughter's 10th birthday today. Happy birthday, Billy.
Happy birthday.
Yes. 10 years ago today, she came into this world rather abruptly, causing trouble. She managed to be born before the ambulance could get to the house. Delivered by my son on the bathroom floor. No, this family can't do anything straightforward. Tell ya.
Dieter says Knuckles is red, Tails is more yellowish. I'm confused. I thought Tails was like a light orange colour.
It's like a yellowy kind of orange, isn't it?
But there again, I'm colourblind, so I don't really get a say in it. Julie says, reference dancing. As a judge on Strictly Come Dancing, and dancing is defined as music with movement, well, there was music and movement. Yeah. Oh, we also decided that Julian was bouncing around on one wheel on his wheelchair in the dance floor, and he got so excited, and the music was so good that he actually got out of his wheelchair and started breakdancing.
Oh my goodness me!
And then we decided that he got bored of that, and Marley started pushing him around the dance floor in his wheelchair whilst he pretended to be a Lancaster bomber, like they do in the Music Man.
Fair play.
Yeah. Jim says, "Thanks, Steve. Feeling better the last few days. Good. There you go. Sonic and Knuckles. Knuckles looks like he's got very swollen hands.
Because he's Knuckles.
Yeah, fuck Knuckles.
Jim said, "Thanks, Steve. Feeling better the last few days." Dieter says, "Well, Tails better learn to fly." Paul says, "Hi, folks. I'm joining you all from Brisbane this time." Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Paul.
Yo.
Oh, he was off to Brizzy.
That's after he's finished doing the robot with John. Saltley says, "Afternoon, guys. Just thought I'd pop in and say hello." Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hello,
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Can I just
Julie,
go on.
go on.
I was just saying,
No, go on.
can I just go back in time to Thursday? And did we say with the half track we were going to get up to
13.
stage 13?
Yep.
Yeah.
The end of step 13.
The end of step 13.
Well, it's only one piece. Is that
Yeah.
in step 13?
Yeah, it is.
I-
Yeah. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
going to do that now.
Okay.
Sure.
Junior says, "Gary, my niece was 6 months early. That was well before the ambulance even thought about arriving." My nephew was 3 months early. Bless him.
Yeah, mine was not funny enough.
Jim says, "Sonic, what's the cat's name?" It's Orion. June says, "Evening, Paul." Tiff says, "It's Orion, Jim." Julian, "Hi, totally." Jim, "Hello, Paul." And thank you, Tiffany. Dieter, "Orion, like the cat in Men in Black. Where is his belt with the galaxy?"
Oh, it's been ages since I've seen them movies.
Aye. Paul says, "Hi, JH, and hi, Jar."
Is that how you say hiya in German?
Probably. Hi, ya.
Hiya. Wow.
Sounds like a 1970s kung fu film.
That goes on that way. Jim says, "Totally scale models. Hello, Steve."
Do, 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 do. So it's today's show is brought to us by the Dukes of Hazzard, is it? By the sounds of things.
I have no idea.
Oh, the music.
Yeah. I shall have a look. It's called My Trains Are Coming.
Really?
Yep. Close enough.
I'll change it.
You don't have to change it.
Has the train arrived, does it?
Yeah, very much. Steve says, "Hi, Jim."
Okay. This is a bit tricky.
Now, I've got these two, the small flipper doors for the nose and mains. The grey one's meant to be green, the green one's meant to be grey. So I need to step across the spray booth, just splat them. I'll be back, so I'll just mute my mic. I'll be a couple of minutes.
Okay.
I could transport the thing over there, but there's nothing to watch. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll do that. So just to keep in touch with the conversation. So bear with me.
Bear with.
Stand by, caller.
Bear with. Bear with. Oh, bollocks. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Someone sounds like they're having fun.
Saying, polite. Wow, John's spinning round.
Um,
Oh, I
in a
wonder
totally
if,
disco way.
Like a record, baby.
Oh,
it's very much what I very nearly sang, Sonny.
remember I mentioned the other day that I was repairing a Cuddy Sark 196
Oh,
Rebel
yes.
plastic model. Just where is it? Just so it's finished. The guy's got it back. Excuse me.
Well done.
So this is how it was. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, the bowsprit is. Let me just hang on. Just close that window. So the bowsprit was broken off, like that.
Yeah.
Then Mr. Marley got on the job.
And that's how it turned out.
Nice.
Well done, sir. Well
So,
done.
I got comments to say he picked it up. Well, I dropped it off to him yesterday, and I just got a couple of comments to say. Where are we? Oh. Yeah, hi John. I made it into his dad's place in one piece. It looks bloody good. Thank you so much for doing that. I said, my pleasure. And he said, I can't believe you got it so spot on. And I said, neither can I. And he says, I could safely say I think I found the best bloke for that job. I'm just
Hey.
thinking, yeah,
Aww,
because I didn't charge any money either, because I'm a nice guy.
because you're not a knob. Well, not too really.
Do-do-do-do.
Can you guys hear that? Is this annoying?
Can't hear anything, mate.
Good. Microphone's doing its job.
I don't know. My spray booth. Could you hear that?
No.
What spray
Okay.
booth?
I'll crack on. Extra dark sea grey, ocean grey, neutral grey, dark sea grey. Right.
Whilst that's gluing, we've got some more comments. Dune says, if my train of thought is anything to go by, it's probably stuck in the siding. Julian, hi Kylie of you. How Kylie of you, John? Spinning around. No, Gary, that is not encouragement. Dita says, okay then, I will, Julian. Round, getting around. Woohoo!
My train of thought's get anything to go by, I'll have a buffet cage. Oh.
Thing is, I can actually imagine Dita doing that.
Oh, God, it's this bit again. Oh, dear.
This is actually a really nice little kit.
What are you doing?
I'm doing this, Gary. I shall show you now.
Oh, the... All right, cool.
That way.
Very nice. Yes, I've got a wooden AK-47 to do with Jake. Nice.
Should be fun. Dita said, some interesting names on parts of a sailing ship. The spanning boom underneath the bowsprit, It's called a dolphin plunger. Makes you wonder how they got to that, and do hope it is not literally so.
Yeah, that's right. Dolphin striker. You're right.
So are the toilets kept on the poop deck?
Well, it's literally the roundhouse at the front of the Victory. Yeah.
So all the officers can watch you go.
Hmm.
Oh, this bloody done it. They've done it.
I've been having some fun with this USS Yorktown as well.
Oh yeah.
As the other thing, I went out and tried a new local hobby shop, and I saw it, and I went, "Yeah, I'll give that a go."
Yeah.
I don't have the box handy, but you know, there's the.
Let's have a look. 2 seconds. There you go.
Oh yeah, little woodline one.
Mm.
Yeah, so I've been having a bit of a fiddle.
Right.
So yeah, for something different. So yeah, at the moment I've got the top and the bottom separate because I will be having the hangar with some aircraft in it, which as they come are like this. Teeny tiny little lads.
Wow.
But I've had a look because they're just solid and they don't the wings aren't folded, so it's a little cumbersome. But I had a look and saw how like the Wildcat wings are folded and had some luck with the X-Acto knife.
Wow.
There's
Well done.
this, yeah, so I've folded up about I think four or five Wildcats. So I'll have 2 down in the hangar and then 3 up on the flight deck.
Nice.
And then the which ones are these? These are the Devastators. Which their wings were a lot easier to cut and fold. So I've folded up a handful of those, and then I've basically got a whole bunch of Dauntless ones, which their wings don't fold, so they'll be in a flight pattern on the flight deck. And I've put one with a little wire out the bottom, which will be on the front of the ship. And yeah, I've been having a bit of a play just with placing and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, got some clay.
You're not just a hairy face, are you?
Nah, so I'll build the ocean and stuff, and then there's my little
That's a
battery
big
pack.
job.
Yeah, a little battery pack. So this will run on the inside, and then it'll have 2 LEDs in the hangar. And I've got a what do you call it? A teak stain, which I'll just put over this balsa wood to make it look nice, and then I'll paint this up black and gold and call it done. But yeah, and then I'll obviously sculpt the ocean and put wet effect on it. But yeah, I've sort of been working on that for the last couple of days, and that's been fun.
Nice. Well done, Tim.
Oh, so I got a new stash acquisition yesterday.
Ooh. What is it, John?
Well, it's not on the screen. It's a Wildcat,
Ah,
and the one on the cover is actually from the Yorktown. So
Nice.
what are the odds?
very nice.
Wow.
It's almost like he coordinated it.
Yeah, you'd think, but yeah, it is not. And one of the options in this is Jim would know the name, Edward Henry O'Hare, which is his local airport is named after him.
Yes.
I see. Where do we get up to? What's the name? This says forecastle, aka the forecastle, makes sense on a sailing ship, not really on a modern vessel. Julie says, if I ever think dancing is a good idea, that is my key indicator that I need to stop drinking. Clearly, with the Lancaster episode, I skipped that stage. Julian, I think the names are just traditional now, hybrid. Yeah. Dieter says, I know, but it makes it more hilarious. Makes it all the more hilarious sometimes. Dieter, imagine a modern carrier with a bowsprit and a dolphin plunger. Dieter, Timmy, nicely done and correct. Dauntless had no folding wings. You did the wildcat very nicely.
Thank you.
Jim, the F4 F3 wildcat didn't have folding wings. That feature was introduced on the F4 F4 variant.
Yeah, that's what I read today. I don't know the difference. They look the same to me on the outside. Wildcat's a wildcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good to know. I watched a really good video of YouTube on YouTube of a dude doing a Yorktown at, I think it was 1 to 200 scale, like with a lit hanger and stuff. And the wildcats he had the folded wings, so I sort of just went, yeah, that looks cool. But yeah, good to know that that's probably technically not correct. So that's more information I can just rocket at my wife that she doesn't want to know.
What you should have said is, yeah, it's nice to know I've wasted an entire day of my life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm right now inside. I'm holding up a scorecard, with a 7. No, always good to learn.
Wah, wah, wah. Julian, Hagrid, Part 1, a dolphin striker, an older term for the martingale boom, or simply a martingale, sometimes called a striker, is a small vertical or near vertical ancillary spar spanning between the bowsprit. And martingale thereby redirecting the tension in the forward end of the martingale slightly more vertically. Dieter says, correct, Jim. There is an F4 version in that kit that Stranger, good chance it was tested there for the folding wings. There we go. Jim says the 3 had 4 50 calibers and the 4 had 6 50 calibers. There we go.
Yeah. At the request of the British, from what I read, yeah.
Yeah.
The Americans didn't like it.
Dale said, afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Dale. Welcome back to the show. And thanks for commenting.
Dale.
Dieter said, you sounded so happy then, Gary. Hello, Dale.
Yeah. Sorry. Forgive me.
Put some energy into it, man.
Yes.
These people have gone to the effort of commenting. Dieter says, I know, Julian. Appreciate the clarification all the same, bud. And Julian says, afternoon, Dale.
Good afternoon, Dale. Thank you for being with us.
Let's tone it down, Gary.
Just went completely TGI Fridays there, man. Come on.
Dieter says, John can choose between the F3 by O'Hare or the F2 flown by McCluskey. And yes, that is Wade McCluskey, who flew on a Dauntless during Midway.
Yes, Wade McCluskey.
Just about who knows more about this plane.
Yeah. Where he got punched right in the McCluskey.
He was a squadron boss, wasn't he? Wade McCluskey.
I don't know. It's plainy stuff. I don't know. Jim says, no, not wasted time at all, Tim. By May 1942, both versions of Wildcat were in service aboard carriers. There we go.
Oh, that makes sense because on my nice little play card here, it does just say F4F Wildcat, so it doesn't really specify. But yeah, that's all right. I take it all back.
Or you can just repeat after me, Tim. I just don't care. I know. I just don't care. Still don't care. No, you'll be fine.
I care lots, and I'll now be turning it into a replica of the USS Yorktown after Midway.
Jim says, no, not wasted. Oh, yeah, I just read that.
You just read that.
Julian says, Mikey, that is Gary putting effort in. Careful, next he'll sing his greetings.
There you go.
You're a little bit late for that. Athol says, hello, Dale. I'll keep it normal. Hello. There's nothing normal about this channel.
So you say you're going to turn it into like the version after Midway? I'm guessing it's going to be similar, like a fish tank ornament or something.
Yeah, that'd probably be cheaper than finding torpedoes that are still in service. Actually, was it torpedo or was it bombed? I'll have to reread.
I'm going to have to do so much explaining to YouTube about why we keep using the word bomb. It's fine. Take it in context. Don't get all dramatic, YouTube.
Sorry, my bad. Briefcase.
It's not your bad. It's just what the discussion's been about today. Dieter says, oops, Timmy! That'll be an easy build then, not to mention very dramatic. Dale says, Aeopathol. Jim, McCluskey was initially trained as a fighter pilot. He was later transferred to an SBD squadron.
Due to him farting all the time.
I believe he was the squadron boss.
Yeah, silent but deadly squadron. Dropping bombs. Every time you go to the toilet. Speciality, biological warfare.
No wonder the Japanese were so cranky.
Ooh, also, people, don't forget, tomorrow night is Waitrose's live stream.
From the North Wing.
Yes, it's going to be in the North Wing.
The inaugural North Wing.
Yes. That should be fun.
We had a sneaky look round the other day, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, it's all looking very impressive.
Mm.
Mm. Impressive it is. Julie says, normal. What's that then? OC Research has headache looking up at that word.
We need to clarify something here.
And he says, SBD, were they known as the Flying Farts?
Their motto was "Don't mention the four."
So we've got 20 people watching. If you haven't already, please do remember to hit that like button. It helps. Also, if you're new to the channel, remember to join in the chat. They don't bite. Yeah. If you're not new to the channel, please do jump in the chat. If you want to come up on the panel, we've still got one space left. You can just talk if you want. You don't have to go on camera.
Also,
Are you able to join, Jim? We miss you. Oh, I certainly do.
Yeah, it's good to hear you've almost kicked that cold, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, I may be dropping out shortly because Marian's on her way back from Oswestry, so I need to find out what's going on.
Ah.
Because according to my spying app, Jake's still there, which is a bit concerning.
Well, why don't you go on mute and ring her?
Because if she's driving,
Yeah,
she won't appreciate it.
but Kerry Ann will be with her.
Not if Jake's still at the hospital, she won't.
Yes, but if Kerry Ann's with Jake, she'll know what's happened. Think about it.
True.
Jim says, Tim, I can recommend 2 very good books about the Battle of Midway. Not nice, but I need to do a list of books for Paul as well.
Yeah, please do, Jim. Anything you reckon's good would be awesome.
Meanwhile,
Considering I live in
better
this
looking
part of the world,
Marlies.
my knowledge of the Pacific Theatre is pretty bloody shocking, actually.
Oh,
Have you read
where it is.
the Kamikaze Hunters, Tim?
No,
That's a really good book.
no. In fact, I can't read. No.
That's why you're a coal shoveler. It's about a fleet air Royal Navy fleet air squadron that operated in the Pacific War. It's about the training that they went through, and then their experiences during the Pacific theatre of the war.
Huh.
And
Is there a channel in the Discord for like book suggestions and things like that? I feel like that between everyone in the community, that'd be a pretty awesome list there.
Yeah, I could always make one. I mean, there is the reference channel, but I could always make a book channel where we just post links to books or something.
Oh, just a thought, but yeah, I'm always keen because I have a look in bookshops and stuff. But if I'm a little more targeted, that's always helpful.
I sat there the other night and I actually sat looking at my bookshelf and I counted how many World War I books I've got, because I've got an entire bookcase just full of World War I books, and it worked out about 80 books in there. 80.
Wow.
Just on World War I. I've then got another 2 bookcases of books as well. On top of that. On World War II and trains and things. And novels.
All right.
Tim says, I'll post them in the Micro Machines Discord. Ooh, might not good enough for you, Mr. Jim. Nigel says, right, I can concentrate now. Westland Links, clear coated and demasked. Weapons primed, wife soup on, and chicken sandwich in hand. Ooh, I like a chicken sandwich.
Nice.
I haven't had chicken sandwich for ages. Where's wifey?
Woman, make me a chicken sandwich.
Well, I'd be getting is a slap.
And then when you come round in A&E.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just say, slap together a chicken sandwich.
That was one hell of a sandwich. All I did was ask for a sandwich. And I ended up here.
I've misplaced a UHF antenna. Bugger. Oh well. I have a spare. I'll use that. I'll be back in a moment. I need to grab something.
Okay, old boy.
Have you had much experience with chipping medium, Mikey?
I've got some. I've not actually tried it yet, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it on this Sea Fury cockpit. So I've just sprayed it. Then with Vallejo silver.
Yes.
Over a black prime. I'm just wondering if you can run this through an airbrush.
Airbrush?
Yeah, which I'm sure you can, or if it's better to just use a brush. But
No, use airbrush. It's thin coat then, isn't it?
yeah,
So it'll dry quicker.
yeah, fair point. Fair point.
There we go. See, this is why we do this. Jim says, of course, I'll post them in the BBC Discord, mate. I wouldn't forget about my favourite Welshman. Oh, thank you, buddy. Diolch yn fawr iawn. I've noticed that since I've started doing this, I've started speaking Welsh more again. So, especially to Kaylee. Which is quite funny because she's English. So sometimes she looks at me and goes, what the hell are you saying?
Just to drop out, I'll be back.
All right, buddy.
And I'm back.
Nigel says, hi, Julian. And Julian says, oi, have I slipped into second place, Jim? You're his favourite heathen, Julian, because you're South Wales. For those that don't know, I'm not picking on Julian. It's just a little bit of banter that we have.
Just picking on South Wales instead. Does that include New South Wales?
I love South Wales, honest. No. Everything wants to kill you there. The most dangerous thing in Wales is bloody badgers. The only time you see them is flattened at the side of the road. June says, Tim, I've dropped a link to an animation of the Battle of the Coral Sea in Discord.
Thanks, mate.
Martin's in, he says. Ooh. Sorry, my dude. Martin's in, he says, good morning, chaps. Hello, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Dieter, I have more books on World War II and World War One than Nia has books appropriate to her age. My father outdoes me almost quadruple fold. Largest topic is naval warfare, followed by air war. Yeah, I've got quite a few military novels and things as well. Tell you what, I'll tell you a good book you will enjoy in a minute. Dieter, the largest collection is about the Crusades and the religious Knights Orders, though over 250 books and references. Wow. A book you'll enjoy, Tim, is called Destination Rangoon, and it's about a territorial army officer just before the Second World War. And then when he gets called up, he gets put in charge of a group of Gurkhas. And it's a true story. It's based on his experiences during the Second World War as a Gurkha commander.
Here's another showing of my ignorance. What is a Gurkha?
Gurkha are Nepalese soldiers, Nepalese guys who go and fight for the British Army. They're incredibly good soldiers.
Oh, pretty badass.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. Well, certainly not through my schooling and stuff. The Australian, what would it have been in World War One? The AIF wouldn't have had those guys, as far as I'm aware.
No.
They only served in the British. They only served in the British Army.
Huh.
And they actually, you want to see just the selection process that they go through whilst they're in Nepal is phenomenal. They have to do stuff like mountain runs with baskets full of rocks on their back and everything. And that's just to get selected to come over to the UK, and then they have to go and do the basic training.
Far out.
And they have, obviously in the British Army, they have two different sizes, or they used to have two different sized Bergens, depending on how tall you were.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're over, I think it's if you're over 5'5", then you got the long back Bergen. Most of them are under 5'5", but they refuse to have the short back Bergens because they said they're soldiers, so they should be able to carry the same weight as every other soldier.
It sounds like they got their head screwed on.
Oh yeah, they're phenomenal
So-
soldiers, and they're so polite as well.
So, Tim, you'd remember that Assassin's Creed Syndicate, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, would you remember that knife in it?
The kukri.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Gurkha weapon.
Oh,
That's their. They don't carry a bayonet. Well, they can, but they tend not to carry a bayonet. They carry a kukri instead.
that's interesting.
That's their
Legend has
traditional
it.
weapon.
Legend has it. I think if you see it, you're not going to live.
Yeah.
They're pretty well feared worldwide. I think they are known as exceptional soldiers
Oh, wow.
in all services. So yeah, very well respected. Oh,
Met
and
quite
they
a
played
few.
a great part in the Falkland conflict as well.
They did. I remember being on an exercise called Cambrian Patrol. I was on the DS, and me and my sergeant major were. There's like this mountain, and then 3/4 of the way up, there's like this little reservoir, and we were on the edge of this reservoir in a rescue hut, and the teams had to come along the top of the mountain, and then down to us to get some information. And I was looking up at the top of the mountain behind us one day, and all I could see was these 4 little Bergens with legs going across the top of the mountain. And I thought, what the hell is that? And I got the binoculars and looked, and it was a patrol of Gurkhas. Literally, because they're only little and they got the massive, the full-size Bergens that are too big for them. All you could see was the Bergen with little legs sticking out the bottom. But they kept up with everyone. Martin says, question, have any chaps had any dealings with Jadlam's customer service? Not so much customer service, but I have bought a few stuff off them and I've never really had any problems. When I spoke to the guys at Telford, they seemed all right. They're pretty good, to be fair. Jim says, would love to share some drinks and conversation with you and your father, Hagrid. We could talk all night long about naval and air war stuff. Telford 2027, mate. That's where it's at.
Yes, sir.
Jim says, there's not too many Gurkhas in the Navy, Tim. Jim says, Julian, my apologies, mate. You and Mikey are my favourite Welshmen. Marta says, and they carry a kick-ass knife. Yeah, the kukri. Athol says, lots of Gurkhas trialists that do not make the selection find themselves in 3-rep Foreign Legion. Yeah. It's that important to them that they get in, that some of them that don't actually take their own lives as well. Because they can't, because they didn't fail to get in. Because once they get in,
doing that at all.
no. But once they retire, they go back to Nepal and they've got a pension for life and everything, and they're the most respected people in their villages. Martin says kukri. Yep, curved blade knife. Martin also says, proportionally, haven't they been awarded more VCs? Yeah, I believe so. They've received VCs in every war. I know that. Since the VC was created. TBD says, hello, everyone. Hello, James. How are you, buddy? Julian says, no, John, Mikey is very specific. He's only picking on old South Wales, not the new pretender to the throne.
Oh, the new improved model.
With extra bitey things.
Ah.
That's just the people living in Western Sydney.
Diddling, ding, 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 ding. Oh, sorry, that's old South Wales. Athol says, hello, James. TBG. Martin says, I bought a special hobby kit of a Saab 21 plane from them, and it's missing a part. Oh. I'm sure if you get in touch, they'll sort something out.
I subscribed to TPG's page today on YouTube. I literally was looking for it for weeks and weeks, could not find it, but I eventually did.
Why didn't you ask?
No.
I'm one of his subscribers.
Because I was about to. I know, I was about
Sure.
to, but you were asleep at the time, so I did a search instead and went, oh, there's no spaces. Okay.
TBG says, hi, Apple. Jim, done. Posted photos of the books in the reference category on the BBC Discord. Excellent. In fact,
Legend,
I need to
thank
put
you.
the BBC Discord. Let's put the link in the chat. Oh,
Dum,
that
dum,
one.
dum.
The link. Right. Oh, do behave, phone.
Oh, do behave.
Oh,
Link.
grateful.
Link to the Discord if you want to join us in there. You're more than welcome. Very friendly bunch. Lots of information and fun times and fun discussions and things. All right. I'm going to say that's pretty much the stock. Put stock in. June says, sorry, was AFK for a bit. Reference Gurkhas. If you go to Brecon, there are a lot. I think there's a regimental depot nearby. The Gurkhas don't have a regimental depot as such, because the Gurkhas is just refers to the Nepalese soldiers that fight the British Army. What they have is, when they pass their basic training, they go to different regiments. So you'll have the Gurkha Rifles, you'll have some in the Royal Logistics Corps, some in the Signals, and something like and stuff like that. Yeah, but you have got Sennybridge camp down there, so they spend a lot of time down there because they train on the hills and things. Practice tabbing or tactical advance to battle. Julian says hi TBG and hi Martin. TBG says, has John put the stencils on the Harrier upside down? Asking for everyone. You're not going to live that down, John?
Well, you know, you have intimate relations with one goat, and yeah, that's my lot.
I'm not going to ask any more.
Well, what you'd call a sheep. They're different from goats, but yeah, I won't go there because you already have.
What the hell are you on about, you crazy fool? Your Uncle John's lost the plot, Tim. Not that he ever had it, like, but...
I was gonna say he had the plot at one point.
He actually found it. Jim says, all posted in the books movies category of the Micro Machines Discord. Cool. TBD says, hi, Julian. Julian says, there is, or at least was, anyway, a Gurkha regiment. Yep, Gurkha Rifles. But still, they're an infantry regiment, but that's the only specific Gurkha regiment. They get sent to other regiments, same as the British soldiers do. It's like with the infantry, you have the rifle, you have regiments like the Rifles and stuff like that, the Yorkshire regiments, and a few others. But you have soldiers all across the different regiments and corps. There you go, that's better. Right. Next is the TMH, I believe. Ep02. So, for those who don't know, TMH is the trigger mechanism housing. TBG says we had Gurkhas working at Heathrow. Nice chaps. Yeah, they are lovely, to be fair. I've never met a rude Gurkha. I've never met an angry one either, and I don't think I'd want to. June says, I think the word sloppy seconds and any reference to farm animals is entirely a different channel. Probably a specialist website. Yeah, probably want to get you locked
Jesus,
up. As well.
Julian. Or is that his reference to Welshies and sheep? Any chance?
Yes.
That's bad.
You laughed way too hard at that, John.
Oh yeah. He rammed it home. That's funny.
That's what she said.
Oh, for goodness sake, John. Hobby Time's in. He says, hey, guys. Hello, Hobby Time. TVG says, hi, Hobby Time. Hobby Time says, hi, James. There we go.
That's a nice colour.
Jim says, Mark Felton made a recent video about Gurkhas and their history. Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay, I'll have to look that up.
I've watched a couple of his videos, but I don't watch them too often because that intro music does my head in. It just puts it just puts me off. But they are good videos. Jim says hello, Hobby Time. Athol says hello, Hobby Time. And Hobby Time says hi, Athol. There we go.
I found a bit of use for some of that AK plastic putty.
Oh yeah.
So I've got just an old coaster here, which has a depression in it, and just put a blob of that and let it kind of melt out because I've got too much. But what it's great for is just putting like teeny tiny things on it, and it's like just tacky enough to kind of hold it in place if I want to spray or whatever. Which is kind of cool.
Nice. TBG says, yes, we had the Piggy twins at Dunsfold. Let your mind work that out. Steve says, Mark Felton is a damn clever guy. Love his channel. Mikey, maybe mute the start or skip ahead 1 minute. Yeah, that's what I tend to do.
Yeah.
Julian, with the history dating back to 1660. Eh?
I'll shut up.
Sorry,
Shut
what? No, what were you saying?
I'm sure he skips ahead of in your channel as well.
Yeah, to the very end, probably.
Get on with it.
John, do that again, Sonic.
I went, but
Okay.
it was in handy, that sticker.
Julie says, with a history dating back to 1661, the regiment, the Tigers, 2nd Battalion Prince of Wales Regiment, are the most decorated regiment in the British Army with 57 Victoria Crosses. Wow. That's a long history. Right. Good. And that's D6. We also need A11, which is that one.
D6, E11. You suck my battle shit.
Yeah. James says, according to Google, the Royal Gurkha Rifles are a unique unit in the army with a reputation of being amongst the finest and most feared soldiers in the world. Yep. They are indeed. They've also got one of the most recent Victoria Crosses as well. Well, a couple of them, because there's a couple of them got Victoria Crosses in Afghanistan. Brave boys. Or brave lads. Whatever you want to say.
I've decided I'm quite smitten with 1/700 scale aircraft. they're just adorable.
That putty really is handy for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like forget trying to hold those. I mean, luckily, I keep saying, perks of having a nurse as a wife. I have lots of forceps and things, but yeah, I thought I'd give this a bash today. I'm quite happy.
Is that camel putty stuff?
Yeah. Just in an old coaster that has a bit of a depression, so it doesn't spill out everywhere. But
Cool.
yeah, it's just tacky enough that I can just press things on and come straight off, and yeah, quite chuffed.
Nice. Athol says exercise time, as Hamish just brought me his lead and it's okay as both lifts are working again. Nice. TBD says, who's spraying? TBD says the Gurkhas have minimum height requirement. They do. Martin says there's no bloody telephone number to contact regarding missing parts, so you have to fill in a form, which in my experience just get ignored. Ah well, I'll have to whittle the missing part. I don't know. I mean, Airfix are really good with it. With Airfix, all you do is just email the right departments. They get back to you within a day or two.
I'm sure if you're lucky enough, you might be able to go on sites like eBay and stuff. You might get people selling different random spare parts off like broken kits or whatever, and never know. It might be worth a try.
So there you go. The minimum height for a Gurkha is 5'3" with a minimum weight of 7 stone 12 pounds.
Yeah. 5'3" is bloody short.
Yes, it is. It's the average height of a UK woman, isn't it? Adult female.
What, 5'6"?
No, 5'3". The average height of a man in the UK is 5 foot. I think it's about 5'6", 5 foot.
Well, technically, I'm not really a midget then. I'm a bit average.
A midget's a 4'10" or under.
Let's say I'm an average midget. Well, not really a midget. Just short half.
Okay. Let's not say midget because that's not politically correct.
Yeah, short arse. I'm referring to myself, you know what I mean? So get away with it.
Couldn't imagine that, because both Katie and I are tallish. Like I'm 6'1", 220 pounds, and Katie is like 5'10", and I'm not gonna say weight.
I thought you were going to say 300 pounds or something.
Yeah, no, I just, I'm used to just giving like height and weight like every time I've done like a combine or something like that, and realized probably shouldn't just broadcast people's height and weight. How to win friends.
Apparently, the average height of a UK female is 5'4". The average height of a UK male is 5'9". Julian says, since the VC was introduced, it has been awarded to Gurkhas of British officers serving with Gurkhas 26 times. The last was in 96. No, there's been one since then because a guy in Afghanistan got one. I know that for a fact. TVG says Martin Mountford at Asmos tonight. Martin says, why Moz? Totally Kill Moz says, vertically challenged. Martin says, does he work with them? Athol says, that's why when I was at school, everyone disliked me. I was 6'1" and the rest were 5'5" up to 5'8".
Yeah, it's very good height.
I'm only 5'11". I was one of the shortest in my year.
Can it put me in mind a wee bit of was it Jimmy Carr during one of his shows? He says to some nice looking female in the audience, he says, I'm not going to ask you how old you are because I'm a gentleman. So in that case, how much do you weigh? That's pretty cheeky though, because she was a big lassie. You just heard the audience, the crowd going, "Ooh!" The look on her face is priceless.
I'm always terrified about going to a comedy show and being anywhere within eye shot of the comic.
Oh, especially right in the front row.
Yeah, for sure. I'd just be mortified, you know. He'd be lighting my ass up and just flaming me with, you know, good rips and stuff, and then eventually I'd just be like, yeah, well, shut up.
Apparently, the one in 2010, he was recommended for a VC, but he was given a conspicuous Galaxy Cross.
Oh.
You've had a couple Australians get VCs recently.
In Afghanistan,
yeah.
Four of them?
Yeah, I think so. I had Mark Donaldson come and visit the ship, which was pretty cool. He signed the bulkhead in our workshop. We all took a photo with him.
TVG says, Moz knows them, Martin. Martin says, TVG, right, thanks for that. TVG, no worries. Julian, Martin, YouTube customer support is even worse. There's no UK support, and even in the US, there's only a phone number. I don't know, I've not really had any problems with YouTube, but I think that's because I'm on the creative program thing. So we get a different system to what other people that just watch YouTube have. YouTube partner program, that's it. So we get a different system to the rest of YouTube. And they're pretty good, to be fair. Martin says, I was 6'2" until I lost my leg. Now I'm a rather wonky 6'1".
Tell you what, I use this color for just about every project I do, I think. German grey.
Yeah.
It is a great color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. It gives you somewhere to go. You can put your pin washers and stuff on, and you know it still reads as kind of that dark black, or it could read as a charcoal grey if you give it a little highlight. You know, I get a real kick out of it.
Oh my. Just trying to look at the colours on the M16. The breech. It looks black.
It's all just black, isn't it?
Yeah. It seems that way. Yeah, it's like a metal black colour. Okay. Alrighty then. And, yeah, still up to date with the chat. That's cool. Right. That's a. Martin says, I've just started the Airfix 172 ME262 and it's a great kit apart from the goddamn PC decal sheet. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
I also got around to watching Gary's video on the Sea Fury as well before I started this one, and so it's a slightly different kit because he got the import one.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I suppose most of it's going to be the same tooling, isn't it? But yeah, I went through and had a look at all the sprues and stuff, and luckily, everything looks fine. The only real difference, because most of what I've built has been Hasegawa or Tamiya, and maybe a few things like the pedals, like the details are a little bit blurrier than what Tamiya tends to have, but it all looks pretty good straight out of the box, and the cockpit's all going together Ricky Tick, so
Ricky Dick.
Ricky Tick.
I like that. That's a cool word. I'm actually quite enjoying putting this rifle together. It's nice to be able to just build something again, not have to paint every bit before you put it on. Whoops. 2 seconds, and I'll catch up with the comments.
Beep, beep.
There you go. I just read that one. Athol says, Martin, advice, you can contact Hannant for decal alternatives. There you go. Julian says, back in the mid-90s, I saw a comedian live who asked me, can you be prosecuted for being drunk in charge of a wheelchair? I shouted back, only if I'm daft enough to take it on the road. Good point. Good point. It's going to be pretty cool, I think.
Very embarrassing run-in with a bloke in a wheelchair a couple of years ago. Is that what was it? A Rocky Horror Picture Show themed party. And when his
where's this going?
Well, so it's all it's a house party, right? So it's friends of friends and all that.
Did you have to put your keys in a bowl when you went in?
Oh,
no.
props.
No. But, it was all good, it was all going well, and I was having a chat to this bloke, and he had the wheelchair, and he was dressed up as Dr. Scott, and I was like, "That's awesome, mate! Like, you're really committing to the bit. Like, where'd you get the wheelchair?" And he's like, "I've been in it since I was 3," and I was like, "Oh God." And I'm like, I'm so sorry. he was a real good sport about it, but just did not even cross my mind. He's a lovely bloke, but I was mortified.
See, I would have been too, but I don't tend to get embarrassed or stuff like that. I just go, oh, okay. Martin says, just means I got to go buy yet another decal sheet because historical inaccuracies really bug me. And how come it doesn't apply to Italian planes with the Epist symbol on the bunch of sticks? Yes. Yeah. The fascine surrounding an axe. Yes. That's because people who don't understand history don't understand what it represents. Ooh. It's the same reason they try and ban everything to do with Germany. Julian says, 2 guys training for the Paralympics got pulled over by the police for speeding. In fairness, they had just overtaken the car in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Right. That's cool. Right. Lower part it is. Come on. Oh, this is good. It didn't tell you the part numbers on half of it. Oh, there you go. A9 and A18. There. What we got? Oops. Oh, oops, it easy. There you go. I think this is going to be an interesting test of my painting. Painting everything black without it just looking like it's just a load of black.
Yep.
Ian says, I was once in the front row of a Hale and Pace show. That was uncomfortable, but managed to avoid getting dragged on stage like half of the front row. Phew!
Oh, you two are brilliant, sorry. Score box.
So, fun fact, I looked up the history of this particular aircraft, XZ997. This is the one that is at RAF Cosford. So, transferred to 4th Squadron on the 12th of Feb 82 and 4th of May 82, headed off to Falklands. So, literally 3 months old, virtually brand new, and went off to war. So, this one, if I leave it quite clean, it'll still be correct.
Nice. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There you go. Ooh, got 15 minutes left. So I don't know whether to carry on with this after the show or leave it till next week. I'm quite enjoying this. Shit. Come on. There. Oh, got a big glue print on the side now. God damn it. Didn't realise I got glue on my fingers. Whoops. It'll polish out, I think. I can chat. Julian says, reference Tim's story. Someone asked me once if I was born in a wheelchair. Being a smart ass, I replied no. If I had, Mum would have been really pissed off.
Oh, imagine the pain. Whew.
Well, can you just imagine a little tiny micro wheelchair?
He's going flying out and skidding across that hospital flare.
Like that Family Guy episode where Baby Jesus is born. He goes, Stu, and he comes out and he goes, and BC to Sadie. Ian says, John, I think Kieran and myself put photos of that Harry in the reference photo section on Discord. Okay.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
They're good, the Discord lot, aren't they? We can eat that set. Maybe. James says 19 watching, 21 likes. Some like you so much they voted twice. I think it's because there's more people watching. But I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. It does help with the algorithms. It's nice. It'd be nice to get some new people on as well. So do feel free to share the stream and things like that. Or any stream that we do. For instance, tomorrow me and John have got the Bearded Funnies stream.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think I've seen Penny in the comments yet.
Penny's working, I think. I know she's working nights at the minute, isn't she?
Right.
That's better. I mean, it'd be better if I hadn't got my sticky glue fingers all over the bloody plastic, but... better than it was. So yeah, tomorrow we've got Bearded Funnies stream, where we'll be making anything we want, as long as it's got a connection to something funny or it's got a funny aspect to it. So, for instance, what I'm doing is based on a scene from a comedy film called Down Periscope, where the main character is playing golf off the back of the submarine and landing it on the golf green on land as they're passing by. Basically using it like a driving range. John, you're doing your ball tank, aren't you?
Yeah, a Kugel Panzer ball tank in the style of a cricket ball. Just because I can.
Yeah. And then on Thursday, we have got the Kranken Panzerwagen build again. The ICM 135 SDKFZ 2518/8, I should say. Which is actually turning into a nice build already. Now that I've corrected it.
It goes together very well so far.
It is when you get the right pieces. I did manage to correct it.
Yeah, but even the wrong pieces fitted very well, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
It was for a different version.
Yeah.
And that wasn't an ambulance.
No. And we are doing the ambulance version. Jim says, Harry is looking good, John. Oh, very good, John. My compliments, sir.
Oh, thank you, Jim. Means a lot.
That fits together nice.
Turned out nice again.
It's that sanding down a bit. So we are at 1 hour 52 minutes. So in a second we'll start going through what we've done. It's been a nice quiet stream today, I think.
I think we're just all trying to behave ourselves because, like, the boss models no one, you know.
Don't want to disappoint, Mum.
Oh, too late. Dieter says, oops, my audio died. No, mate, we were just very quiet. So, John, what has
Hello.
Timmy achieved?
All right. So, first thing, I gave my hangar planes for the Yorktown a quick spray with used Vallejo's steel grey, just because it's a nice blue and I like it. So that'll do for that. And then I made a start on the Sea Fury. So just working on the cockpit, and I've tried using a bit of chipping medium this time. So yeah, down in there. So went probably a bit heavier than I wanted to, but you know, it's all a learning curve, and you won't see pretty much any of it anyway. So yeah, just glued the tub seat and stuff in place. So I haven't chipped that yet, but yeah, I'll get that done and then just paint the red things red and the yellow things yellow, and then yeah, it'll be ready for putting some decals over the gauges. And then once that's set, I'll put a little blob, little convex bit of gloss varnish to simulate the glass. And
have you ever thought using UV resin to do that? Because because you shine light, UV light on it, it sets almost straight away.
Yeah, that's something I still haven't experimented with. I haven't gone out and got UV resin.
It's a lot of fun, you know, especially when you're doing water stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm worried about. I'll become an addict. No, no, I'll definitely be. I think my next cockpit, I'll look at doing that. I think.
Yeah. because I used it when I was doing my dragon to do the water around the base, and I got fed up of because obviously you got to do it in thin layers. I got fed up holding the torch all the time, so I just hung the torch off my camera. I just left it hanging there to cure everything. June says, I've always been awkward. I was probably in the room with a clipboard, checking off items, spina bifida check, hydrocephalus check. What else? I know. Backside first, big tick. Come the big day, cesarean. So
Wheelchair. Push.
I can see the
so
wheel.
far,
Yeah.
I've done this is what I've done so far. I've put them together. So that will go like that. Okay, so I've done the start of it. Well, not even at the end of the first 2 stages yet, but I'm liking it. It's good. It's good fun.
Yeah.
And they do actually bolt in and things, so you can actually take it apart and stuff. So that's
So
fun.
that poor woman, you know, that having to put up with the midwives telling her to push. And the next amount of years later, her son's still telling her to bloody push.
Nah, that's a bit cheeky.
Just a bit.
Just a bit risky. Ooh, that's cool. There you go. There you go. So that's a buttstock with a TMH. So, John, we'll go to Sonic now.
Yep. Oh,
Okay,
actually
go
sticking
on.
with me? Okay. So, so I've done lots of, just finishing off bits and bobs. So, just in the last, 20 minutes or so, going around doing a panel, not a pin wash, but it's a panel line wash, if you like. So that's just literally a mixture of, this is Abtalung Starship Filth and an odorless thinner. What do I use? I'll just put it down. Well, an odorless thinner. Anyway. What the hell? That's weird. Anyway. Apart from that, I've gone around putting on lots of antenna, nav lights, just all the little details that I hadn't done yet. So put the Pedo Pro back on. I'd snapped it off. So what I'll do, I'll leave that all the panel line wash, say a day to dry, and then with a bit more thinner than that's literally on the desk just off camera. Just there we go. I heard a list, so I wouldn't. So once that's all dry, then I'll use just a diluted more thinners and just wipe it down again. But so apart from dirtying it up and then giving it a matte coat all over, it's looking pretty good.
Nice.
I think so anyway. Like, look, certainly. Let me zoom out a little bit. It does look like a Harrier in all respects, I think. Yeah, looks right.
Yeah, looks good, that mate. Well done.
Been a beautiful build. This kinetic one. I really enjoyed it. Not done yet, but it's close to being done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Build another. Yeah.
Cool.
Here we are.
Thanks, John. Dieter says, in my case, I was to land around Christmas. As the story goes, I would not have had the same gynecologist, so Mum's water broke the next morning, but I did not want to come into this world until 11:30 p.m. Smack in the middle of my dad trying to sell heated oil to the anaesthetist. And only a few hours before the Russians invaded Afghanistan. No, my being born is not related, the crazy sods. June says, I can see his head. No, that's his arse. Oh, are you sure? His head would have ears. That's what they said to you, wasn't it, John?
Yeah. I said, oh my god. Ugh. I just went, ugh.
What's that?
Yeah.
Afterbird's got white hair.
Yeah.
Dieter says, you cracked that one, Julian. Sorry for laughing face. Jim, another useful method of panel line wash is flory thick clay-based washes. Used it on a recent airplane model. Pleased with the results. I've got some of that. I've just never used it. I don't know how to use it. Let's have a look.
I've got just a copy equivalent, light dirt. I don't like it just because it's a wrong color. It's not dark dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Goes down easily.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for today, gentlemen. It's been nice to have you with me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been a quiet one, but I hope you've all enjoyed it.
Oh, I got a lot done. It was very productive. Cool.
Well, 15 people are still watching, so we must have done something right. Julian says, great models, guys. Thanks, Julian. Right, we shall see. Me and John shall see you tomorrow for the Beard is Funny build. Yeah. That's it for now. Oh, like I said, don't forget, tomorrow night we've also got Wait Rose's live stream over on Gary Stuff, where you can win your very own mystery kit.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be expecting you, Mr. Bond.
All right. See you tomorrow, guys.
Very good. See ya.
Bye-bye. Have a very good time.